Matt, good morning. Hey, I just wanted to do this quick little presentation for you just to kind of pump you up even more than you're already pumped up. And I'm pumped up too. And I have a couple of meetings this afternoon that will start that could turn into something. So I wanted to just talk about a few things, show you some information that I think is pretty important, especially kind of where we are and with crypto and all of that. So hopefully you enjoy this presentation. Um, Here's some information that is very important when you consider where we are and some of the issues with some of these crooks, that are uh, not helping the situation. The problem mainly is that they are trying to sell securities, things that are securities, but they're trying to make it look like they're coins, and that's the issue. And so what we're doing is, the opposite. We're all above board. Everything that we do is, securities, and we're going to treat them as securities, and we're going to do the ppms and the this and that and the other thing. So the last kind of bullet point, this is what financial regulators are there for, to protect ordinary investors from scammers. And that's kind of our, position, is that, we're going to do everything above board and take it from there. And so I like this information here. So if you want to look through that, that's awesome. And before I continue, let's just hear from one of our fans.
ABC FinTech and ABC tokens are solving a few problems. One, we see that the average investor does not have access to quality commercial real estate investments. It really historically has been for those with a high net worth and connections. Through our team of leading commercial real estate experts, deal sourcing and underwriting deals for us, we're able to offer a fractional interest in our portfolio to the average investor. And that wouldn't happen without ABC FinTech and ABC tokens.
Thank you. And that was really for entertainment purposes. Obviously, I'm going to take down this whole presentation after you take a look at it. But I wanted to just include that because I agree with everything you said, and it applies to equity in companies that we want to go after. And the first one that I want to talk about is DBC, Dirty Bird Concepts, and we kicked this around for a while, and the potential is there. Is it going to happen? I have no idea. Again, I'm heading up there today and kind of see where it's at. My gut feeling is, if John, and John is in this picture right here, if he doesn't get what he wants with his listing agent, I think we're in the ball game. I think we're in the ball game, and the rest is history. So let's just I hate to say it, but let's keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes. And I think if I can just get him at a weak moment, and then I can start selling him, I think we're onto something. So that's number one. The second potential client is this is an existing client of mine, Evo-Spec. What I like about John's business is he deals with Porsche owners. These guys and gals, I guess, they have money. And so if he wanted to create some tokens and make those tokens available to his clients that have pre-existing, relationships and all of that, that's another 506B, raise that we can do for him. And, same idea. Can we pull another, $5 million, do the 2,000 tokens at $2,500 and see what we can pull out of that? Because again, these guys have money, and if they see that, they can get a better return than what they're probably getting in the stock market and whatever else, the bank, so boom, here we go. And then the third one is another existing client of mine, which is Fab One. And Fab One, he's kind of interesting because he's lost right now as a business owner. The selling of the bends that you see here on this homepage, that is the more profitable, easier business to do. And he understands that, and he knows that there's millions of dollars to be made from this business. But it's not what's paying the bills now for him. He makes products for a company in Wisconsin, and I think I mentioned this to you. But he's another one that, if he decides to pull the trigger, and I already have tokens created for this business, if he decides to pull the trigger, and we can again generate some tokens, 2,000 at $2,500 a pop, can we make those available to investors? Now, here's where it gets kind of interesting. Once we start to sell these tokens to investors, whether it's the DVC or the Evo Tech, and we have investors that have invested in these companies and that are getting a return on those investments, now they're considered, clients of ours. We have a pre-existing relationship, and so now we can market any future tokens like a Fab One to, token holders of DVC and token holders of Evo Spec if we have them. That we can say another 506B kind of raise, and they're pre-existing, and it could just grow and grow and grow. So you can see the value in that. So I am fired up that you're fired up. Please understand that we have nothing as I speak right now. I am just kicking tires and out there knocking on doors, and but once we get one break, one company that says, you know what, I like it, let's move forward, then we can really get excited. And then we go back to here. Now we're looking at two future billionaires. You on the right and me on the left. That's where it's all headed. And so, yeah, I still want to do something with you and Doug. I'm not feeling like what Doug is presenting is making any sense for me short term, possibly long term, but that's a big possibility. It sounds to me like short term, Doug is going to make his 75,000 every pop that he goes out there, and he wasn't too excited when I asked for a piece of that action, so I wasn't feeling too optimistic, to be totally honest with you. And this is just between you and I. Again, we do have an agreement that I've signed that whatever I talk about, I don't share. Whatever you talk about, you don't share. So hopefully you'll honor that, and I will as well. But let's just move forward. Let's move forward, and I will be back in touch. If I don't talk to you, have a great weekend, and let's go get it.